back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl MJ, back to you with another video. For all my new subscribers, hi girl, guy. For all my old subscribers, you know the vibes, you know the dealios. Without further ado, let's jump straight into this video. Greener pastures, do they even really exist? Don't you think we just settle for things? So our discussion of the day is what greener pastures actually mean according to my definition, based off my experiences, and what settling means and how we settle more than we know or more than we think. I'll give you an example right now. As you can see, the background is green. I moved into a different bedsitter from the one that I used to live in because I assumed I was moving to greener pastures. Quoting, greener pastures. So in my old house, my blue house, the arrangement was almost kind of the same as this one, but different. That sink over there used to be this side next to my clothes. So now right now I have a clear demarcation of what is my kitchen. My bathroom is behind here, and this is like my bedroom side, all in one house, right? In the other house, it was the kitchen and my bedroom space were kind of mixed because the sink was next to where my wardrobe used to be. So that's why I moved in here. But what did I find out when I moved in here? There's no soap tray, like soap holder, like where I can put my soap. There's no what's it called? There's no provision for me to put tissue in, like put my tissue. You know the way it's like an item, you put your tissue in. It doesn't have that. But this is greener pastures, and I'm going to make you see the correlation of how settling and this analogy of greener pastures actually move together. I moved into this house thinking I'm moving into greener pastures, but really I just moved from a different place to a different one to just settle or compromise. Is the space bigger? It is. Is it more prettier that it's green and not blue? It is. But there are certain things that I still don't like, and what am I going to do? I am going to settle. I settled in there. I didn't like certain things in there. I've moved here thinking this is the greener pastures, but there are certain things I still don't like here that were in there, in the house that I was moving out of, but they're not here. But that space was uglier. This one is prettier. Greener pastures. But am I still going to settle because there's certain things that I've come and found that I don't like? Yes. So in life, the definition that we put for greener pastures, I don't think there's such a thing as greener pastures. You're just moving from a state of settling into another state of settling. It's just that one state is slightly better than the other one. I'll give an example of jobs. At my workplace, they give us, they provide lunch. They don't give you a lunch allowance like lunch money. They have a provision for lunch, so we eat lunch from the office. There's other workplaces that don't have that provision for lunch, but could be earning more than me by a margin. But they will still complain about a lunch allowance. There's two people here. I've settled for something. Somebody else has settled for something else. But in a nutshell, they believe they're in the greener pastures. But even in the greener pastures, there's still something that you still won't like. You won't be completely content within the greener pastures, but because there's something slightly different from where you were coming from, you will move and you will still settle. So I believe in life, we go through life through settling. We are constantly settling for stuff. We just don't realize it. My girlies who always say, oh me, I can't settle for this, I can't settle for that. No, but you are settling. Another example. Here's a boyfriend who loves words of affirmation. My man can affirm you. Why? He can reassure you, but he can't spoil you. He can't buy you the fancy hair that you want, or wigs, or spoil or fund your fancy life. You want to go on a yacht, you want to go to Dubai, you want to go to Zanzibar, you name it. But he can assure you, he can reassure you, he can affirm you, he can do all of that, but he doesn't have the funding for your lifestyle. And then here's guy B, who can fund your lifestyle. He can fund your lifestyle, he can pay for whatever, but he doesn't have the time to affirm you. He doesn't like phone calls. He doesn't have the time to text you. He doesn't give you attention. He's always busy. He doesn't adore you. He doesn't worship the feet that he doesn't worship the floor that your feet walk on. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, so now you have the money, you have the luxury, you are living la vida loca, but you miss being affirmed. You miss being assured. Don't you think that you've also settled in that relationship? There's a form of settling, despite the fact that it's a greener pasture. You've sacrificed one thing to accommodate the other. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I am starting to believe that I'll even break it even more. There's no such thing as a right or wrong decision, because every decision that you make has a pro and a con. I don't think there's such a thing as greener pastures, because in every choice decision that we're making, there's something that we are sacrificing and there's something that we're settling for. We are just changing the variables of what I'm settling for. I'm settling for a higher salary, but I'll have more workload. Or I don't have a lot of workload, but I have a little salary. All that is settling. So settling is involved in every form of life, because we live in an imperfect world. There's no absolutely great job. There's no absolutely great marriage. No absolutely great family. No absolutely great friendship. But we are constantly settling. But we have this analogy in our head that just because we've settled for something different, then we're in a greener pasture. I don't think that exists. Because if it's a greener pasture, why are you settling? Why are you compromising still? Because you're still going to have to sacrifice something to get one or the other. We can't have the whole apple and eat it. No. You can have the whole cake and eat it. No. My 2 cents on greener pastures and settling. I could be wrong. Hit me up in the comments if you think the analogy that I am trying to bring out is making sense, or am I just wasting y'all's time? But for me, I'm going to go into 2025 living this analogy of greener pastures, because if it's greener pastures, why am I compromising something that I actually loved from where I'm coming from to gain another thing? I have chosen what I'm going to settle for. How is that a greener pasture? If you reached this far, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend that we are... Oh wait, we're looking for a catchphrase. Tell a friend that we are grown over here. Just talking about greener pastures and stuff. Bye.